everyone, welcome to another edition of the My Scotts Valley Weekly Show. I am your host, as always, Robert Aldana, and I really have the pleasure of having someone very special here today. Not that the rest of you who are on our show are not special, because you all are, but we have Heather Warner.
Hello.
With, hello Heather, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm happy to have you. Tell us what organization you're with.
I am with Brook Knoll Eagle Connection.
Okay.
We're the parent organization, the non-profit parent organization.
Okay.
That runs all the fundraising at Brook Knoll Elementary and help funds incredible programs for our kids.
Beautiful. Now, that's a big title. So she happens to be the president of this organization, and you guys are doing some really wonderful things and really important things for our kids, because, you know, we talked about this on the phone, and then I've done another program with another organization very similar to this, an educational organization from another school. We talked about how you know, in the state of California, we are one of the highest ranked schools in terms of, you know, the grade scores, and, you know, the schooling that exists in Scotts Valley is absolutely phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
It is.
But yet at the same time, we're like in the lower 10% in funding. How is that possible?
You know, it's just our socioeconomic diversity is not as great as in some areas of California. So we just don't get as much state funding. And our kids do so well because the parents really pull together, and the community, and we do a lot of fundraising. We raise about $200,000 every school year.
Wow.
To fund art. We have a dedicated art program, dedicated music, science, life lab. We have academic intervention for our students, classroom aids, and, you know, all those important elements.
Holy Toledo.
Make a great, well-rounded educational experience.
That's fantastic. And, you know, these are things that are super important to kids and their education.
Definitely.
Art school, you know, athletics, and so many different things are just as important as the actual education sector when kids are going to school. Learning their ABCs, math, and all the rest of the curriculum is important, but you also have to have a well-rounded education. Speaking about well-rounded education, we have her daughter here who's 3.5 years old, and you will never know it. How do you keep her from being so quiet and just in control? Because I need lessons for our kids.
My kids are just really well behaved.
Great.
It's just expected of them, and it does transfer into school. You know, they're great students, and they really enjoy being at school.
So tell us some of the ways that you raise funds for your organization.
Well, the biggest way that we raise funds for our organization is through our annual auction. I believe this is our 9th or 10th year that we're doing our fundraising auction, and we've split it into 2 events this year, which is really neat. We have an online auction running from February 6th through 20th. And you can find that at brooknollauction.com. And then we have our sit-down dinner live auction event on March 1st, which will be at the Seascape Golf Club in Aptos.
Wow, you guys do it big.
We do it big. It's a really great time, and it's a great cause for our kids. I mean, that's you know, really how we're raising the money to pay for the things that they really need.
No doubt. So how many kids do you have going to or have gone to Brook Knoll?
Myself, currently, I have 2 students enrolled at Brook Knoll, with a 3rd, you know, on the way. And our school population is about 565 students, including several special needs students as well. So there's a little bit something for everyone at our school.
Yeah, and you know, the interesting part about Brook Knoll is that a lot of people think that Brook Knoll is really on the other side of Scotts Valley, and in a way, geographically, it is. But all the students that go to Brook Knoll, they're pretty much scattered throughout all of Scotts Valley.
They are.
You know, so it's not just kids who are like on the south side of Scotts Valley. You're talking about kids that are all over Scotts Valley, because we have 2 elementary schools here, 2 public elementary, Vine Hill and Brook Knoll. And you know, this is a very family-oriented town, so there's so many people with kids in the age brackets that are going to be going to elementary. So consequently, you have them from different parts of Scotts Valley. It's a great school. It's a beautiful school. I know some people in there that work there, and they're fantastic people. And you're fantastic people, because the fact that you take the time to do these type of things, you know, this is funny, but we were talking about this yesterday, and you know, it's a volunteer job, and people say, what's a volunteer job? 5 hours a week, maybe more or less. Heck, you're hitting sometimes 20 to 40 hours a week in this.
40 hours a week as president.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's a labor of love. Brook Knoll is our home away from home. My kids love it. You know, it's just family when you walk on campus. The staff and teachers are incredible. And because of, you know, how great the staff is and all the teachers and the efforts of Brook Knoll Eagle Connection, we were actually nominated for a Distinguished School Award this year.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, that's a huge honor, and it really goes to show how much effort everyone's putting into the education of our students at those schools.
Fantastic.
And that we're able to fund programs that, you know, are really important for them.
That's phenomenal. How do we get a hold of more information about your organization, give us a couple websites. You got two of them, I know, right?
We have two,
Tell
definitely. So we have Brook Knoll Eagle Connection.com, which will tell you a little bit more about our nonprofit parent organization, what we do for the school, what we fund. It's a great way to make a cash donation. You can do that directly online. You can even do monthly payments if that's something you're interested in. And then, like I mentioned, our annual auction coming up, which is brooknollauction.com. And that's another website where you can find out lots more about our auction. If anyone's interested in being a sponsor for our auction or donating goods or services or items, that's where you'll find all the information on how to do that as well.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's a pleasure having you. It really is a pleasure having you here on our Facebook page at facebook.com/MyScottsValley. I had mentioned to a couple people that I was going to be having you on here, and people were like, yay, let us know when she's going up, and so you have a fan club. And you know what's really funny, before we end up the show, because we were talking and you're like, I'm really shy, I don't know that I'm going to be able to handle this. I already told you you're a natural, you're a great speaker, and so hopefully I can have you on here some other time, giving us updates and reports on what's going on.
Definitely.
Okay, Doug? Beautiful. That's Heather Warner, folks. Hardworking lady, and working hard, not just for her kids, but the rest of the kids in our community. Thank you so much for being here with us, Heather. And thank you for watching this short segment. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, just go to our website at facebook.com/MyScottsValley. Post your comments, questions, or suggestions. And if you want to send a shout out to her, feel free to do that too. We're obviously putting the website address throughout this program, so you can go on their website, support them, support their auction, support their cause. It's a great cause. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a super day.